The Sharks' poor start to the season continued as they lost their fourth game in a row, losing to the Chicago Blackhawks at home by a final score of 5-2. Of course, tonight was Doug Wilson's retirement night, number retirement for the Sharks, and that was really cool to see. Of course, he played for the Chicago Blackhawks and the Sharks, so it was a good night to have the retirement. And he was, of course, general manager of the Sharks for so long. But yeah, like I said, fourth loss in a row for the Sharks. They remain winless after these 4 games. Of course, their second game at home of the season. And, this game was a good start for the Sharks. They scored 2 goals in the first period and then, of course, allowed 5 unanswered goals, allowing, 3 in the second to give Chicago the lead and then 2 in the third to extend their lead even more. So the Sharks lost this game badly. They had Kaapo Kakkonen in net, and, of course, Reimer was in net yesterday and had a pretty good game, but, unfortunately tonight the Sharks couldn't capitalize. And, the Blackhawks aren't a very good team either. They're a team that's sort of moving past an aging core, a team that, was once in glory days, and I feel like the Sharks can kind of relate to that, having a very good team in the 2010s, but now sort of moving past that and having a new era. So, unfortunate loss for the Sharks, moving 0-4. And I mean, last year, I said this before, but Sharks were 4-0 to start these seasons. This is a complete opposite. So, just something to take note of. Sharks got their first goal towards the end, well, I guess about 2/3 of the way through the first period. Nico Sturm gets his first career Sharks goal. Of course, he was acquired on the offseason, and, it was a pretty good goal from Nico, his first Sharks goal. Assisted by Carlson, very good pass by Carlson. That was good to see from EK65. So that put San Jose up 1-0. Then Erik Karlsson, speaking of him, he got his first goal of the season, scoring a pretty nice goal, a very long shot from about the blue line, and it went in. Almost was a tip-in, but very good shot, very good snipe. Very impressive goal from him. That was a great goal from Erik Karlsson. Of course, we're expecting him to be better than last year if he can stay healthy. Now, the Sharks would collapse towards the end of this game. Like I said, allowing 5 unanswered goals. Jonathan Toews scored the first one, and that was in the second period. A very nice goal for him. Very nice move. I mean, the defense fell apart for the Sharks, and that made it 2-1. Then Lafferty tied the game up. It was a sort of a, very good opportunity, odd man rush for the Blackhawks, tying it up in the second. Then Lafferty scored, the next goal in the second period as well. It gave Chicago the lead, 3-2 Blackhawks at that point. I mean, they took the lead and they weren't looking back. Chicago scored there. They had pretty good defensive work as well. Taylor Raddysh scored for Chicago in the third period off the face-off. Breakaway opportunity. There was no way the Sharks were saving that. I mean, their defense fell apart in this game. That's kind of what made them lose. And then Jason Dickinson scored the last one about midway through the third period. So that was all 5 goals for them. Sort of a poor play by the Sharks once again. I mean, all 5 of the goals, I feel like, were because of the defense. I don't really blame Kaapo. I mean, he, probably could have done better, but I didn't really think he was that bad, considering the circumstances, considering his defense wasn't really providing much support. So the Sharks, 0-4. We expected the Sharks to be bad. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I had high expectations for the Sharks, but 0-4, I mean, it's just not a good start to the year. I know that's obvious, but it's not just the final scores that get me down. It's like the on-ice play that is just very much not very motivating to watch. It's just, hard to see. The Sharks, like I said, had moments. They had that first period. It was pretty good, but of course they fell apart, and that's what happened. So they lost to the Blackhawks. That's going to do it for this little homestand. They're going to go to New York, New Jersey area and play the Islanders, Rangers, and Devils in that order. And then they'll head home after playing the Flyers to play Vegas. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Sharks lose to the Blackhawks 5-2 final score. Remain with 0 points, 0 wins, and 8th in the Pacific. I mean, it's depressing, but it's the way it is. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this game. I will see you guys later. And, go Sharks.